Alright guys, welcome back to episode 17 of the Highs and Lows series here on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. And in today's episode, we are jumping in with the LMGs, starting things off with the Pulmiat. Don't know if I'm saying that right, don't really care to be honest. So that's why I've got it named as the Pulley in the class, because it's a lot easier to say. Before we jump into the class setup here today, if you're new around here, make sure to subscribe if you like what you see. Make sure to leave a like and a comment as it helps out tremendously. In today's class setup, pretty standard stuff for what you're used to seeing on the channel here. Stun grenade, frag grenade, trophy system, marksman gloves, stalker boots, and ghost TV camo. Always running infantry vest, and then whatever secondary you want to use just to level up, I guess, in the background whenever you're capping objectives or anything like that. So the gun itself, I've got two little builds for you, and that'll kind of depend on what the challenge is, but I'll dive into that a little bit more in a bit. So we're starting things off. You guys know I like to be suppressed, Shadow Strike suppressor, no negatives, so it's really just a pure old-fashioned suppressor, which I love. The SL Skeletal Vertical Grip, which pretty much is the same as the X10 Phantom Grip that we've used with the marksman rifles in the past, or the battle rifles, I think. Just under a different name, because we all know Activision loves having a bunch of relevant attachments. The slate reflector, that's just a sight that I prefer. I know people who prefer the MK3 reflector, but I just happen to prefer the slate reflector. The Ivanov wood stock to help a little bit with that recoil, and then I've got the MW3 grip for the ADS. While also helping with the gun kick control actually, which is pretty nice. So the only variation that I would do for this gun is whenever you're going for the gold challenge, which is get 2 kills without releasing your trigger 10 times, you need as much ammo as you can get, and you don't necessarily need ADS. So what I would do is I would remove the MW3 grip, and then I would throw on a 200 round belt. And that's what will help you out a lot in getting that challenge gold. So when we look at the camos, one of the good things about this gun I find is the camos that you get are real nice. So for getting 50 kills, you get this nice purple camo. For getting 10 penetration kills, you get this nice glitch camo. And then for getting 10 kills with full attachments, you get probably one of the nicer camos in the game, the Sunset Retro. The last camo is kind of irrelevant, but in order to get it, you need to get 10 double kills. So that's what we're rocking with for the Pulmiat through most of the episode. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into the gameplay. Alright, so when it comes to the Pulmiat, there are a couple things that stood out to me that I felt I'd like to share with you guys. So first and foremost is I really enjoyed this gun once I was able to unlock a sight. It was pretty miserable beforehand, but thankfully didn't have to wait that long before we were able to get a sight. And you'll see in this Rust Hardpoint, that's when we start to get a sight on our gun, and that's when things start to go our way. On top of that, the gun hit pretty hard, like the damage was pretty good, and then on top of that, the recoil was relatively manageable, even without having any attachments. But once you get attachments, it becomes even easier. Some of the things I did not like, I weirdly did not enjoy the sound of the gun, which makes no sense. Just the audio of it didn't sound too good. And then just your typical LMG problems. So like it just felt slow. It felt really sluggish. And that's really one of the things that kind of held it back. But overall, I did enjoy it as we get a nice little 2-piece here off the top rope. And we'll see here this next map here. There was a lot of fun clips in this one. So Favela Hardpoint. We're going to start things off nice and hot here. We're going to go in for a nade. We're going to get... No, just kidding. We're not going to get any kills. We're just going to kill ourselves on accident. We're going to throw a trophy, read the spawns, turn around, get 1, get 2, and get 3. So a nice, clean little 3-piece there. And then you'd think that 1 suicide nade was enough for an episode. Nope. I like to get 2 there. So we got a second one, but we're going to jump right back in. Trying to break the hard point here. We get 1 entry kill. We get the second one, slide on in, get the third, and then thankfully we were able to get a 4th because he was very one-shot. And then the highlight of today's episode is we get an 8-piece holding down this lane over to the hard point. These guys just kept coming, and that's one of the advantages of this gun, was having that that nice 100-round mag, you can just post up and then rip people as they're coming across. So we do end up getting 8 kills there before we end up running out of ammo and needing to back off there. And then our final clip for this particular map is we get a nice single kill, and then we're able to get 2 off of the back, and then unfortunately we do get assassinated. So we have 3 lowlights in this one game, but we also paired it up with 3 highlights, so 39 and 17 for the rest of that game. And that was a good game. I had a lot of fun in that one. But going back to how I feel about the gun overall, so it ended up taking us 12 games from start to finish to get it fully gold, which honestly isn't all that bad. It did feel good because the gun was more reasonable to use. I don't know how to explain it, but it wasn't bouncy. It was very manageable to use, and it hit pretty hard. So it was one of the easier guns that I think we had to use. So, you know, because of that, it was more fun to use. Like I said, it was a pretty good gun, and I guess one final little piece there for it is that I've heard that it's really good in Warzone. Obviously, we don't have any Warzone clips on the channel as of yet, but maybe that's something we look into the future. And if ever we do end up jumping into to the Warzone map, it's definitely something that we're going to consider. So closing things out on the last couple maps here, we do have a Rust hardpoint again. Rust is great for leveling up weapons, as we get a nice little 3-piece there. We ended up finishing that one 45 and 22, which was pretty good. Third last map of today's episode, and this first little clip here actually made me laugh a lot. We killed this same guy, poor Bob Gronkowski. We killed him 4 times in a row. He just kept coming back for revenge and wasn't able to. And then, in case you guys were wondering what to do whenever you run into a riot shielder, there you go. That's what you do. So we do end up winning that game 250-150, and then another positive game. And then this is a sub-base hardpoint. In this game, we were able to get our 4th camo, which I believe we got, right here. So the 4th and final camo that we got it right on this kill right here. So that then unlocked the gold challenge, which was to go for the 2 kills in 1 life while not releasing the trigger. So we popped on the 200-round mag in that sub base, and we were actually able to get 9 out of 10 complete, which means we only needed 1 more in this challenge. And you can see here, I know there's a guy coming on the UAV, he challenges me, and we get it done. So 12 games all in all for the gun. Not too bad. When it comes to the stats on the gun, 293 kills, 1.46 KD, 24% accuracy, and then a little over 10 for the headshot accuracy. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and then we'll see you in the next one. Peace.